What up, this is So with Detour ENT here at Focus TV Studios, and we are back with another video. And we have with us today special guest Slim with the pack.
Slim with the pack.
Yes.
What you go by, Slim or Slim with the pack?
I go by Slim.
Slim.
Everybody else call him Slim with the pack because he's slim with the fucking pack.
Right.
Yes,
Now, what's
yes,
the pack? Is it like a actual?
Oh, you know what the pack is.
That's the pack.
Actually,
Okay,
you know,
the fanny pack.
The fanny pack, the other pack,
The pack is the
stank pack. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Depends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
variation, but yeah,
Right,
pack.
right.
Two
Okay.
Ks on it. Two
Right.
Ks.
All right. He in here with the full dispensary on us. All right. So how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. Just coming from the dispensary, working at it. So yeah,
Right.
I'm good. Chilling today. How y'all doing?
Good. We straight. So you the second interview of the day, you know. So we're gonna end it off with a big bang, hopefully.
We
We're
will.
gonna end it with the pack.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's definitely going in the air.
So one thing I noticed is, you know, a lot of artists that we do in here, you know, they're all from Detroit and everything like that. But you actually not from Detroit. You're from Chicago. So
Yep,
tell us a little bit about that.
Shout out to the South Side Chicago. Definitely Evergreen Park is the town specifically. So shout out to the folks that I know around there. Chicago is Chicago living, Evergreen Park living was smooth. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has its differences from Detroit, but it's just similarities. A lot of similarities when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, some technical shit and how people are placed and, you know what I'm saying, living and moving. So Chicago was cool. I definitely enjoy, definitely at this point, being more grown, I've lived away than before when it was more or less teenager and stuff like that. So now, even when I go back and visit, it's a funny feel because I can almost be a tourist too because it's stuff I still gotta get to. Yeah. So.
Right.
But Chicago is always home. So.
So when did you move out here to Detroit?
I moved out here 2018.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
So it ain't been too long.
Yeah, no, not too long.
So you basically, you know, spend most of your time out there in Chicago. So have you?
No, I've been moved. No, I left Chicago college when I went to college. I hooped for a stint. I basically kind of say I had my first life. I hooped.
Okay.
So I literally played ball at HBCU, a couple of HBCUs. Actually,
this a baller right here.
True.
You're a baller too.
I went to OCC for a span. 2010 and 12, I played OCC ball. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach.
Kind of cool around
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Bass Knight, Coach Joe Bear, you know what I'm saying? Definitely dealt with Michigan. I have, my dad, he's from here. He's from Grand Rapids. They say that. So Michigan is just kind of, it's really already there. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely there already. So just coming back up here it's sweet. It's definitely, at the time I didn't call it too, it's definitely different.
So why you give up on the ball? Like do you still play or you just?
Nah. It was just It was satisfied with what I did playing basketball up until the exact point. Like to the point I got to was at least overseas. I could have got overseas. I know I could have got overseas, but I kind of chose having a wife and kids and now going past I'm being a basketball player because that's all I was ever asked for a second. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm like really satisfied with it. Yeah. So every time that question comes in, I'll be like, nah. It's like, damn, you really?
At all.
Not really. Like I catch some open runs. I've caught some in Detroit. Like nothing too like where I'm hooping with, say, some people that I've been in those tier levels. I'm just make it a run because I'm smoking. Like let me get my lungs at least together. Let me get jog them down, played a couple charity games, some pickup games. But you know what I'm saying. I need to get back into it. So anybody out there with an open gym and a run, maybe a 30 and over league, because I ain't got the time. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. So cool. We already got two people. We need a squad.
Wait, what do you play? Because you tall. You tall.
I play guard.
Okay. What did you play?
I play 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. No idea what they're talking about. But
guard.
Somebody watching,
handle the
ball,
handle the ball, a lot of shooting, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that.
Okay. So why move to Detroit though? Like why did you end up coming here?
Technically, my wife is finishing law school. We were living in Charlotte. I was living in North Carolina in the Charlotte area. And literally she's in law school and her law school shut down on some real weird stuff. So we had to up and move. So in the middle of January, moved the fam basically up to Michigan because
right.
it was familiar territory. It was
Right,
either
right.
here or North Dakota where she had to finish law school. So it was like,
Ain't nobody going no goddamn North
thank
Dakota.
you. 4 hours from the crib. If I jump on the highway, might as well just go ahead and
Right.
move up to Michigan. It's familiar anyway. So she finished law school. Shout out to her law school, graduated and everything. So, yeah.
Now, with you being slim with the pack,
Yes, sir.
did the legalization of the pack have any play into also? I mean, nobody wants to live in North Dakota, but also
Yeah.
the
I
legalization
ain't
of
even
the
got. I mean to be rude and cut you off. Nah, yeah,
Fuck
sure.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially being up here previously, like I said, 2010 to 12. That was a span of time where cannabis was really just jumping off on the medical side. I already knew saying obviously we know what everybody does, but on the medical side it jumped off. So I got a chance to, you know what I'm saying, smoke on that, and then I left, went to school, and came back and was like, okay, this is an industry. This is something I'm already been kind of staying in tune with.
Yeah, I'm already
And being, and especially being spoiled with a little bit up here, moving to North Carolina, it was like, okay, damn, I didn't smoke some good stuff, medical stuff at that. So now, okay, it just got to a point where just started really studying and actually paying attention to it and actually, you know what I'm saying, putting some more detail in it and start incorporating the stuff I do. So.
Right. I'm about to say, I didn't even know, you know, because we had, you know, somebody else on and, she was telling us a little bit about the different strains that they have. Like, I'm not a smoker, so I didn't really know. Like, it's a whole education on that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was, one type of, just get high, one type of thing, boom, bam, it's done,
Once
so.
I seen a nigga say he had some coffee weed.
Coffee.
Coffee weed. And it smelled
morning
like
time.
coffee. And look, it smelled like coffee and it's an upper.
Yeah.
So you be high as hell, but you
Moving. It's really stuff like that.
You ready to go, get some business done.
It really is like that, and that's a lot of people who end up not knowing or understanding is different ways to do it. It ain't just literally me rolling up. It ain't just kind of some of the wax you may see or some of the edibles. It's you can literally have a rub. You got arthritis, here you go. And that's more THC, more stuff in that than sitting there rolling up. More better for the medicine side than the getting high. But you'll be high as hell.
Too. And who don't want to be high?
So, and it's even different type of ways how, like he said, you got the mental sativa side, you got the more indica, relaxed by relaxation, but some of them rubs are just really kind of have you soothed.
I wonder how long it takes for it to actually absorb up in there for you to feel something in the rub, though.
It says an activation time, probably, you know what I'm saying, between a 45-minute, probably I'll say a 30-minute to like 2-hour range, I would say, give it a take.
Right.
It'll activate it. So it's different. This is a huge, like, you see them numbers that they say how much this industry going, and that's every aspect, growing to dispensaries, all that, but it's a lot of money, a lot of companies into it. So big deal.
Right. Okay.
Especially in Michigan.
Right.
Especially in Michigan.
Because, like, one thing that the old heads used to always say, like, they can't, the reason they don't legalize marijuana is because they don't know how to tax it.
Oh, they know how to do it now.
But see, at the end of
put that 6% on it or something.
No, but see, at the same time, though, like, you still don't know. I'm talking about, like, tax across the board with everybody, growers and what's the name, whatever. Because I can
you can't get all the money, though.
I can grow some regs. I shouldn't be paying the same tax as the loud man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said,
but see, that's when the thing about that, whoever grows the regs, they just fucked up the grow. Because that mug could have been.
It could have been popular.
Exactly. So that's when they aspect of, they not thinking about who fucks up and still saying that who grow it great. They like, you grew that strand. So we need you to test it. We need you to do this. Because that's the problem with the reason why Detroit don't have reg. It's because the dispensaries are mad around people. And even me working into it, I know that they're mad at people that make the sales, grow it, per se, sell it, and then they're not taxed. They don't have to pay for no testing and stuff. That's the reason why. That's a big reason. I'm not gonna say the only. That's in my opinion. That's the biggest reason why it's not even recreational in Detroit. So that's why you still need a med card. So
that's another thing. That's people think it's rec in Detroit. Though.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we should get into, because you let us know tell the camera, you can't smoke weed recreationally. And weed is being treated just like liquor.
So,
right.
You can't go to a dispensary if you don't have a medical card in Detroit, the city of Detroit. If you go to Ferndale, they have a dispensary. If you go to but Detroit, no. Smoking it in a recreational type of situation, not really. Let's be honest. In these laws, we really ain't got nowhere to smoke. I'm be honest. Like it's not a bar type of situation where we can just go sit up and smoke. Now, do they really kind of care a little? We feel like they kind of don't. If you ain't whipping out pounds, if you ain't doing nothing weight wise, that's probably where that's the difference where it lies. If you got pounds, you on that side of probably getting in trouble. That's what they on. But if you just got a couple weights and it's some smoke out shit, they
ain't worried about
it.
It
ain't too much of a worry. But
right. So I was gonna say, you were saying that you got somebody that do the smoke lounge or something like that. You was talking about.
Shout out my man and by signs of like clothing though, but like he has a lounge though. Like 6 Mile or what's the name? 6 Mile? Yeah, 6 Mile and like going towards what's the name?
I gotta you gotta put me on after this. Put me on to the spot.
Yeah, he got a spot where it's like almost a weed bar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bar,
so like, you know what I'm saying? You sit same way you go to a bar and get a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the bar.
That's gonna be the new wave. That's the new wave, legitly. Like, cause we don't have anywhere to go. I thought about that. Like, we really don't. So it's gonna be people like him that be the pioneer. That's the hardships of this, because he gonna have to deal with the hardships until they get right to where we can do it.
Like, so he dealing with something right
and
now,
that's
he gonna get through it,
and
that's
that's
he got the right.
But he the right, and exactly why he gonna be the pioneer of it, because you got to remember the people that started kind of some of this stuff, and in that case, especially in Detroit, it's only a couple places that can get that feel, and it's like until it cracks their standards. We still gonna be dealing with, but hey, we need a spot.
Right. Niggas need, like, you need somewhere to go smoke and chill. Yeah. I don't want to be around drunk, belligerent people. I want to be around
just chill. Right. We may have to edit that out, just because the location, but
we don't even know where it's at.
Right, we don't know where it's at.
We don't actually know where it's at.
We don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at.
It's dead.
But so let's just get into you a little bit. So you're not only dealing the marijuana, but you also is a musician. You do music. So tell us a little bit how you got started in music.
Summer breaks, not hooping, and kind of working out, and then trying to get something going. I've started recording for myself around 13 or 14, 2013, 2014. I done music prior to then, but just focus on the athlete, didn't worry about it until I got a computer and was like, okay, I got time. So at this point, growing into it and really, say like Charlotte is where I started to really record and put out my first stuff and see the independent route of how trying to figure it out. 2016, right? And this is after school. Graduate school, get the degree, done hooping. All right, let me try for the whole overseas pro league. Okay, cool, that was cool. All right, what do I really do? Cool. Jumped into the music, and now as an artist and coming up here, everything has been me studying how to be an independent artist and what it takes to be. So it was literally just moving on into my next, my next phase.
Right. And that's like venture. So what has it been like, like being in that phase of being an artist, and specifically up here in Detroit? Has it been positive for you? Have you seen any pushback or?
I've definitely seen pushback. I've definitely seen positive moments. It's because of my sound and how I am. It's either you gonna mess with me and whatever it intakes with it, and not just per se I'm just messing with the song or messing with this. You gonna end up either engulfing me, or you're gonna be like, that's something different. I ain't catch it. I'm not catching it, which is fine. Which I've kept both ways, shooting, and just knowing how to move around and literally how to decipher what relationships to build on, who's important to be around, who maybe who's real and who's not, and just seeing where this actually goes. It just kind of reminds me of sports and kind of how I even moved and got recruited and did stuff. Because being in Chicago is competition. Like you said, political thing, that takes something too. It's political as hell in Chicago when it comes to basketball. So who you know, who you around. Shit, literally. I live down the street from Simeon, but where I stayed at, like I said, specifically, because I don't lie, I tell you south side of Chicago. I'm not Chicago address. Right. Evergreen Park was a block, basically a square here. If I walked over the next block, we could live in Chicago. Like that. Exactly. Right. Mom Dukes ain't trying to do Chicago. That education, she's a smart PhD.
I'm about to say it, it's just like
she got the PhD and all that. School was like, yeah, we're going to make sure you go to a decent school. I'm getting paid a little. Let's make sure you're in a decent area. But you still deal with the hardships and stuff. So that just made me, it's the same kind of preparation. Same thing. Somebody going to recruit you in basketball and pay for your education. Somebody gonna recruit you from a label and give you some upfront money, but you gotta produce something for them, the product. So just similarities, really.
Yeah. So I personally feel like you've seen all about, you know what I mean, the Mary Jane, you know what I mean. So do you feel like your music is comical, and if so, was that the intent that you were going for?
No, because it ain't, to me, especially an artist, and it's not, I don't call it comical. People seem to feel an entertainment to it because of how I express it, but dig into the words. I'm only going to be talking about cannabis specifically, of course, but I'll talk about women because that's my subject. I'm married, but just talk about that system. And being an actual black man, I talk about the world. It's we women in the world for me. And a black man that's really tied into being, and I don't even like saying black man because that's a color. I'm not a color. So at the end of the day, I get tied into that. So I'm giving you an aspect of the weed because it's a smooth ride. It's a smooth type of funky beats. It's them type. But when I get into other bags and other stuff, it depends on what beat. I may jump on somebody Detroit beat and I'm going to talk about just my aspect of how I move and live. And
that's what I love about it, because I've heard songs with you, with other people, and you're not trying to so much as, not match them. Like, okay, well, nigga, let me tell you, no, it's my aspect. It always seems like this is my aspect on this ride with this nigga. I'm in the car with this nigga. And this is what we talking about.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I love that people end up being entertained because then they end up saying that's the different stuff, and it's somewhat maybe if that does bring the laughter to them because it's certain stuff I say. If it's BDE, the song Big Dick Energy. All right, that's true, but
I was thinking.
that's very much to me, just to break it down seriously, is just the energy. It ain't about the actual package of it, no homo, not the real. It's the fact that a guy may walk in a room and somebody just look at like that's the aura that present, and he ain't even
Chicago, Detroit ties. We slick talking motherfuckers.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Pink and all, you know what I'm saying?
It's really tied to it.
You gotta have that with you a little bit.
You gotta have this slang. You gotta have that talk, and you gonna see it. Like I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? From the how I talk, how I walk it, you gonna see it, or just how I look at you, you gonna understand. All right, this may be something to it, and literally that's kind of where it's ties to that, because like I said, I like that it's laughter. So now I can give you, okay, you can sink you in. Let me tell you now the story. And you be like, damn, I can relate to. I didn't. The girl. I may have saw a dude one day that was like that, and the dude, I'm like, man, girls do be coming up to me. They don't even know we don't even know. So I definitely love that it's a comical side. So I always gotta respect. I gotta respect that comment, because even though artists, say Erykah Badu, I'm sensitive about my shit. It's actually I'm absorbing that comment and understanding what people are meaning, because it's not the same stuff as what people are rapping about. So
right.
It helps.
Okay. So I was going through your Instagram, and I seen a rant that you had did for independent artists when you were basically saying that in reference to like DJs, PRs, media, videographers, and that they're not thorough and that they're not humble, and when it comes to working with these independent artists. So can you just expand, just a little bit on that?
Definitely would just say, like, as an independent, depending on your budget, really, because it always amounts to that budget, and then it's just relationships. Some people are trying to actually build and trying to figure out stuff. And it's like sometimes it gets forgotten that you're trying to figure that out as the artist and not realize that the artist at some point, if he is by himself, and that's not an excuse, but they trying to figure out how I get to media. How does that song get on the radio? Mm-hmm. And then now you're trying to do, well, I did the recording, I did the music video. Okay, why it ain't on the radio? And then you're not knowing that it's all these aspects. And then when you run into them, it's not about them being an extra helping hand. It's just about, well, shit, you ain't got the deposit, you ain't ready? Or why you asking me questions? Why you asking me about price? Why you asking this stuff? And then, well, because I'm trying to actually inquire. Shit, you don't know what I'm feeling, but I actually want to inquire. Those are the type of questions that I feel like happen in any type of business. Unless you have it posted, shown, you should be just be open to answering questions. Yeah. So it's always I'm always seeing like rants from certain people that I've even dealt business with, and they've done bullshit. Mm-hmm. And literally they, you know what I'm saying, maybe a post or something funny that, or the artist, this and that question, and be like, damn, but I know your brand did some bullshit for some stuff I needed, and I gave you a deposit on time, and I gave you this. Mm-hmm. So it's that aspect of that frustration, seeing that and knowing that somebody may take longer, or this media outlet, I'm trying to get an interview and pay, and you still bullshitting, or this flyer ain't done, something that you said promised and ain't there. And just as much as I understand the independent side of what we do, yeah, I didn't ask some questions and say, ooh, that price high, and left your ass on scene after you said the price. I've done that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's a grain of salt, where, all right, he ain't want to pay for it. Fuck him, because somebody else will. And just like I'm going to be like, well, fuck it. I don't want to pay. Maybe I'll go cheaper, but let me deal with that, and it's a move on. So it's a battle in this industry, because we go back and forth. And they depend. If you popular, say they gonna automatic. They ain't gonna charge you. They gonna let, here you go. Just throw you on because I need the taps and shit. But it's all in the game and it's understandable. So it was just that day. I was just didn't smoke yet.
Right. And all in all, I mean, you gotta find your way and like how to maneuver around this industry, because mm-hmm. There's political situations and like all aspects of it. Yes. You know what I mean? So you gotta find out how you get your way around like those certain situations and stuff too. Yeah, yes. Yeah. So with music, so do you have any projects that you've currently been working on, or that you have kind of like coming up or anything?
Right now I'm gonna be dropping a couple of as they say, singles. Some couple of videos are tied with them. So I'm gonna say, let's see, Fat Gucci is ready to go. Shout out to Mike from Michigan on that beat. Shout out to, not Mike from Michigan, but Rick and Thaddeus. Let's see, I got a The Realest beat. Shout out to Detroit again. Came in, yeah, definitely got a MYOB, Mind Your Own Business. Shout out to Super Ray for shooting that video in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Got that gonna drop soon. I definitely do got a Smokers project coming up. Probably by probably Thanksgiving to December, if I don't push it to the first quarter of it. But yeah, push first quarter. So January will be a project. I got 2 singles. I'm definitely 2 to 3 singles I'm dropping.
Okay. So, all right. And then you also, like I said, you all things Mary Jane. So you got the sessions with Slim.
Yes.
I seen you post something about, how I got started. You had basically pen and paper. So tell us about it. How did you come up with this concept?
Shout out to Copper House. Definitely it's a bud and breakfast spot. 2 young ladies there. I shot actually my video, Big Dick Energy, at their bud and breakfast spot, and just went over there and just had an idea of, let's do a collaboration, something intimate where I can start, formulating my people in my lane of people that come and support and support what I do, and literally it kind of started from there, where where they had the setting and I could bring the bring the vibes, whether that's the music, whether that's the vendors, photographer. Shout out to this young lady, definitely come being a shooter. Shout out to Focus in the back with the alley-oop, so
I had asked our last person that we interviewed today about NFTs. Do you know anything about those?
I've seen I have seen it. I've done a little bit of looking at it. I ain't gonna say no expert. I don't know shit, but I got definitely an idea of it for sure.
Right.
Sure.
So we not no experts either. So we probably on the same page.
Trying to figure it out.
But right. So we seen Tory Lanez. Yeah. He had posted about it and said that he had put his album out NFT for $1. He had 1 million copies. He sold the whole 1 million within like minutes. So he made $1 million within minutes. And
56
basically,
seconds.
right, and basically, you know, the person that buys it for $1, they can resell it for 2, 3, 4, 30,000, 750, whatever they feel like it's worth. They can sell it for it. So we wanted to get your take on what did you think about NFTs being the future in the music industries, if that's what you know what it's going to be.
It's gonna get to a point in probably the future. It's just trying to figure it out because it's been artists that's tried to make sales and do stuff on NFT, whether it's just some animated face or old, you know what I'm saying, memorabilia piece or something. So with him now doing it with the music, one, I think he's making his own way because I think he has to at this point.
Right, at this point.
Because it seems like some stuff going on, and he is independent and handling his own stuff. And my only question was to make sure was that like that's cash, like that's that type of money, or is it Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? Is the other any of that crypto, anything like that? And still just wondering that question and saying, okay, he locked in on the NFT crowd, and then even more further, he locked in on his crowd that messes with him. So you getting $1 million, and then however it's going, I know you got to get a percent. I know it works out a percentage of that different set. You know what I'm saying? So it's NFT is a good idea. It's just finding exactly right now we can't find kind of exact answers. So it's like either like stock markets and all that kind of stuff. Any investments, take a risk. So you just gotta have the right. I think you gotta have that crowd and have that people that you know what I'm saying, that hone in on it. Because right now I think it's a couple artists that have been tried to attempt it, big artists, and they ain't even been as successful. You ain't heard nothing.
Now my wife has said, you know, she wondered if, you know, because I think he was saying, you know, me and you were talking, and you said that, you know, it might be one person that bought like 30,000 copies or something like that, and they're trying to resell it. But she was saying like she wondered if like big companies like Apple or whatever may have purchased one and then they just end up putting it on their platform.
Yeah, I mean,
and getting the money like that way.
Like, see, I that's what I'm saying. That's another aspect. Since you just said that, I just thought about it. Like, it just brings me back to the American Gangster Frank Lucas when Nicky Barnes was supposed to be changing the packs, putting the one on it and all that stuff. Though.
Yeah.
If I buy the motherfucker, it's mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
Right.
If I want to buy a car, motherfucker, Frank, I can change the color if I want to.
Yeah.
But they say, but it's still the brand. Like, it's still my brand though. So is it a thing to where artists have to be protective of that? I
think they are, because in some aspect with him putting something out, that's his property. Right. So he is somewhere where, especially if it's breaking down percentages and, okay, now you got it, now you sell it for the 5, somehow, like we said, it's coming back to him somehow. Right, so it has to be protected. And these big name, like you said, these big companies probably, like you said, purchase them and just be chilling on them or change them.
Right. They want to put one of the songs on Madden. They want to put his songs in a McDonald's commercial. They want to put his song, whatever. And it, like I said, I mean, from him doing the NFT from a music standpoint, the fight is we got to get the big label, the big brand out of here. So like with DSPs, and the NFTs is gonna be coincided with DSPs, we're getting the big brand out of here.
It's gonna be a tough situation because I feel like it's brands that's all they gotta do is just almost press a button and they be on it. That's why you ain't seen the label still disappear. As much as gradual time where you didn't figure out how to be an independent, where you have at a point where the Master P was doing the CD. Okay, well now we didn't switch to the streaming or switch to the MP3 and audio, and then we kind of figured that out through different avenues, ringtone stuff. Then all of a sudden it switched to streaming, and now streaming ain't even counted as, you know what I'm saying, it's this percentages, but oh damn, he didn't got the NFT, and so technically his album now is one whole album sold, not a partial, where before it was that. So now it's going, well, you better kind of get on board, because big labels only be offering the NFT or be like, we'll give you that, and all of a sudden we see Tory Lanez and big artists do the same.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And not going, they on alert, because they paying attention to it, but they on alert. Yeah, definitely is. But when they catch up, it be like, ah, shit.
Well, see, because they have more fucking money. They have so much money. That step behind is really like a half step. It's 2 seconds, damn it, though. They can cover it.
so many aspects, and their relationships. That's the difference why independent artists like myself would say, damn, all right, like I would want to get on the label. I can't lie. It's a certain aspect of wanting to get on the label that, yeah, I would.
It do take a lot of.
It's a lot that they can
Offer.
take care of and
Right,
offer,
yeah,
but
right.
now it's that aspect of how much you want to give up. And then when you see later on where so many people are dealing with stuff, whether they was this label doing you like that's messed up, or it's well damn a Birdman, Lil Wayne, well damn ain't they tight? And then it's all label stuff, and it somehow flips into it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't looking for. They looking for people that's definitely in need.
In need.
Right,
like
right,
super
right.
in need, and it's almost, and
That
it's
bow
not
down basically.
it's
like,
it, and it's aspect like that, but you almost don't even want to throw that word out, because
Bow
what
down.
if your
It's just-
situation where you may need that
You
right
might need
then?
that. Like, I'm just,
It's
like,
tough.
That's the one reason why I
that's
say,
what they prey on is that.
Right,
God,
yeah.
like, I
what
need
I
that.
need though, like, say, it's some people who are just rappers, singers. They're not, and they don't know the business
Yeah,
aspect of
exactly.
it, and all their connections, even them building their own buzz though. Like I said, you know, the A&R position is dead. Like the
Yeah.
artist research and development
It's
position
different. It's
is
definitely
dead.
not.
yeah.
Labels are looking at people who already have a buzz a little bit.
Yeah,
And they saying, look, what we can do for each other, I can do this for you. Like you said, people in need.
Mm-hmm.
So what I can do for each other though. So with that, it's behind me a motherfucker. Hey man, all I do is rap, man. I don't know nothing about this shit though. I just rap very well. Or I just make
Yep.
beats very well.
Yep.
I don't know nothing about none of that shit. So yeah, I give up more money in my percentages and all stuff like
Yep.
that to acquire that shit.
yep, yep.
But I just need a platform.
And that's, I've even dealt with my literally my first single, actually first time is under a label, Cinematic Music Group, and it's definitely a learning experience. It's an appreciative moment, because even how I caught it was through COVID, the actual owner being on live and asking for, you know what I'm saying, asking for donations for something he was trying to do and get some money together to, you know what I'm saying, help some stuff out in New York. And okay, turn in your song. That's a showcase. That's anything like that. So hey, okay, throw some money for yourself. And he heard the song and he was, you know what I'm saying, gave his honest opinion, like, I mess with it. I don't harmonize it. You ain't no singer. I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm looking at it like, I don't give a fuck. Ooh, but you fuck. And from there, emails and all that, and now it's under that label. So they are licensed for that song. So anything that technically I got that I would want to do,
I got to call
we're gonna hit them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. Now, is there some aspects where it's frustrations where I see where just in that small window of what I'm doing, maybe understand what a big label person doing a little bit, because I see where you get people complain about certain stuff, but then I also see where you got to work to make that song pop, to make them actually go and click it more, and maybe they'll look at you like, okay, let's grab them out the wires, let's grab them out that single spot and say, shoot, let's do a tape, or let's do a.
Right, right.
But see, my whole thing is like, with an artist, like now, especially with the A&R position being gone, and the artist curating their song, and they go to a label, and the label's like, why is the song moving, but you're not allowing the person to cook how they cook, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put me in a whole different kitchen and expect the meal to be the same, and you ain't giving me the same ingredients that I had myself, though. Like, I curated, like,
Basically, you're hindering me.
The reason why you
when I
fuck with
came
me
out.
is because you fuck with me because people fuck with me.
Yep.
But now you put me in this new space, but you won't let me do the same shit the way people fuck with me for. You know what I'm
Cause I didn't give you this bread already, and you took it and did something.
But see,
That's when they do that. That's the other side of it is, by the time I took you over this other space, I probably done gave you 300 right in your face, and you was like, cool, and now you stunting out, and
you go in the studio and the beats already tracked up.
Damn near, cause you got it, cause you know
gotta-
we
we
building
bought
this,
this
we
beat for
building a
what's
certain
next.
sound, we
Right,
building a
yeah.
sound. Who is the newest producer that's producing sound? Cool, we gon' unless you got the same, you know what I'm saying, the newest producer that's messing with you, they trying to hear a certain angle, especially when it comes to the Big aspect. When it comes to the type, you know what I'm saying, low, mid-major, as we could say, for, you know what I'm saying, back to some sports shit, low, mid-major, you need that buzz because that helps them get the money. And then on the side of that is, okay, they're going to promote more. Right. But my real buzz is the reason. So
my buzz got what got y'all here to make
people it's to me it's DJs when it comes to just straight music stuff. DJs and y'all media. It's all kind of right now, especially social media tying together, where DJs that are really important in that going out real life aspect. And then when it comes to the virtual social media, the media outlets right now kind of have a dominance over what's going on. I know people right now that just caught it a damn quick ass buzz off of invested in throwing it on a social media site, on somebody's page, media site page, and now, now you get people to be aggressive on trying to. Let me do a verse with you. Do this.
That's that TikTok shit we was talking about.
And literally it's stuff like that, literally. But I see that. But I see just on the real like music serious side, media, literally media, and DJs. Once somebody see this interview, if I hopped on this table and acted an ass, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's the different aspects that. Y'all really, y'all right now got to it's like almost y'all got a hand on the pulse of the rap shit, because it really takes that on top of what I got going, but shit, like I said, it depends on what y'all say.
Like I said, a lot of footwork get deleted,
hell of it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? By media, certain sites and what's the name, you know. And like I said, I know people who have great music, they don't know where to put it. And I keep telling them, like, no, you have to go here, 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 and here. Not even actually go. You got to talk to this person and get on this media standpoint. Because if you look at this media, that's the game now. But the DJs, like I say, you know, they still have record pools with the DJs. And if you pay attention, artists, if you pay attention, everybody got broke in the strip club.
So, just to, again, not to cut you off, because Coalition DJs, that is how my music has been able to get spreaded more. On top of my footwork.
Those are actual
that's
people.
DJs, strip club DJs specifically. Icewear Vezo DJ, shout out to DJ Ill Will. He's at Truth. Shout out to DJ Mark G. He's not at the strip club anymore because he just prospered on having his own studio and being the president of Coalition DJs. It's 12 of them. Shout out to the First Lady. It's literally a whole situation that they're in other markets. They're in Chicago, Atlanta. They're in Tennessee. They're in North Carolina. Stuff like that. That they are tapped in. The whole lady that manages the whole Detroit is the manager of what's the box from here? Tony. What's the box from Detroit named Tony?
Tony Harris.
Yes, she's managed him. She managed the young lady Alicia. Forgot Alicia's last name, but she's represented by Adidas. She managed that. So the Coalition DJs and strip club DJs, especially like you just said, especially being in Detroit, is very important. Go to Coalition DJs, Detroit, find them, pull up on a Sunday, because I'm finna be there. They be in there every Sunday, sitting there
listening to everyone's music. They are actually like this. What
real
people fail to realize though.
Speaking.
You can throw your music up or whatever. People are scrolling.
Yeah.
People are scrolling, so they hear something. It might be nice, whatever. But when we're talking about the Coalition DJs, record pools as a whole, and DJs, they are actually listening to your music. They are sitting down listening to their music, and they going back and forth though. Like, well, all right, well, no, this shit hard. This shit hard as fuck. Play it again. Whatever.
Core DJs, fleet DJs, it's other. I'm even just thinking about it too, because also DJs, bro. Like you said.
Information.
Like you said, bro. You're speaking facts.
But see, they're listening to their music because they're going to play your music to people, actual people.
Right.
Real people.
Like, other people, when you go on Facebook, Instagram, shit like that, they're scrolling.
That's a fact.
They're scrolling. They might listen to it. If they fuck with you, they're going to listen to what you got going on or something like that. But like to get a new ear, you still need the DJ.
Right. And they're going to take it to different places too. I mean, they may take it out of town, you know what I mean, in different places like that. So.
They're coming across, like I said, you got to put feet on your music. Yeah. You have to actually put feet on your music. Bro.
Yeah, man, that's good advice.
Without actually moving yourself though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the same way people say you got to make money while you're sleeping. You gotta put feet on your music, bro.
Message.
There you go. There you go.
Message.
What's that? Mornings with Slim?
Yes.
There you go. Look, message right there
You know
for
what I'm
you.
saying? Talk your shit Thursdays. We might have to
Right.
incorporate that because that was a word. I ain't
There you
gonna
go.
lie.
There
Amen.
you go.
Church.
So once again, just let everybody know just what you got coming up. What can they look out for?
Okay, so let's see what's current. First time in BDE. Look for that. You know what I'm saying? Slim with the pack. That's on Instagram and YouTube. Look at the videos. You know what I'm saying? Look at the snippets. But definitely when you go on Apple, when you go on, you know what I'm saying, Spotify, titles, Pandora, all of that, it's $LIM. Specifically, okay? First time BDE, you know what I'm saying? Vibe out to those. You'll catch some other ones you like, definitely. Yeah, Future. We got Fat Gucci. We got NYOB. We got Good Sex, Good Weed gonna come out. We got a couple of damn songs. I'm gonna get more musically inclined when that winter hit because my birthday's in October, so we finna get heavy in that for it.
Because everybody should have big dick energy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Women, you know what I'm saying? BP, big pussy energy. Y'all can have that, you know what I'm saying? BCE, big coochie energy. Anytime, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can have that. It's the aura, you know what I'm saying? It's an aura. It's not about that.
Have big dick energy.
Right.
You know
It's all
what I'm
about
saying?
what you put out there, right?
Exactly.
You
You
gotta
know what I'm
put that
saying?
on you.
Yes, put it on you. It's, man, this nigga dropping so much goddamn messages. It's crazy, man. I swear to God.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for coming out, man. We locked in with you.
Yes.
Definitely stay tuned for what he got in store. As always, make sure to check out our previous interviews, previous videos.
Gotcha.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.